Good old Madrid.
Gura gura. I let my NPCs, you know. Oh my gosh, that's almost so dog. I hope they don't talk to me first, cause I'm first. I don't know. I'm here on time.
That's it.
Oh.
Leave it, bro. Throw it in the tank garbage.
It's exactly this clock. I was connecting. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Allie, get down. Allie, it's
Recording in progress.
Oh my goodness. I was scared of Ellie.
All right, good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing here tonight? Give me a big thumbs up if you can hear me. Awesome. I would like to welcome you guys to our showcase auditions we're having here this evening. We've been auditioning for the last several weeks here, and we're actually one of our last auditions we're looking for you guys showcase here. So welcome to our auditions here tonight. So first off, let me introduce myself really quickly. My name is Mr. Vince, as you guys can see on the screen. I am the International Director for John Robert Powers Fame. A little bit myself. I actually got started here at John Robert Powers in a little bit over 20 years now. So I did the same audition as
I want to be on TV, Ellie.
So on my screen right now, I do see a lot of excited faces.
Wow.
I also see a couple nervous ones as well. For the ones that are nervous, guys, breathe. I promise you it's going to be okay. Also, I do love seeing my parents on screen as well, because a long time ago, without my parents' help and support, it'd be very difficult getting into the industry without their help. So, parents, I appreciate being here tonight and supporting your child's dreams and goals in doing this, because I really believe it is the team that creates success stories. So, I appreciate being here tonight. Now, families, with these auditions here tonight, what's going to happen now is I'm going to explain a lot more information about us, what we are, what we do, how the process works tonight, and what happens going forward if you're qualified. And after I explain how the whole process works, then you'll be doing your one-on-one audition and your commercial read, either for myself or the rest of my team here. And with that being said, with your commercial read, before tonight's auditions and everyone's emails, we sent over different commercial scripts and different age groups, and all of you should have one ready to perform for us here this evening. So, question: did everyone see those commercial scripts before logging in here tonight?
Oh yeah.
Okay, fantastic. That is how you're going to perform for us here this evening. Because if you do not have that commercial, I don't know how you're going to perform. So that means if you did not see the commercial script, it is with the email that you signed up for this audition. It's all the way at the very bottom in that email. and then you'll do a cold read, and you'll read one of the scripts in your age group. So let me say it one more time. If you did not see the commercial scripts, it is with the email. Whoever email you send up for this audition is all the way at the very bottom. And like I was saying, there's different scripts and different age groups, and you will do a cold read. Also, in that email as well, I put as many directions or rules I ask everyone to follow before logging in as well. So question again, does everyone see those set of directions or rules in that? Okay, because I don't really believe half you in this group right now. Because actually, one of the things we asked you to do here tonight before logging in was to have your first and your last name and your age in your Zoom display name so I know who you are tonight auditioning. So for the one, very done that for me. A plus, you just got bonus points for myself for following those directions without me saying one word. And families here tonight, following directions will be super important with these auditions here tonight. Because 50% of your score, and how we're going to be scoring you tonight, how we're going to be judging you, 50% is going to be how well you follow and apply directions. Because if you ever work in this industry, you work with a director, work with the producers, and they give you directions to follow. And if you cannot follow directions, they're not going to be able to work with you. So 50% of your score here tonight will be how well you follow and apply directions. So since half you guys have not done that for me so far, what I will do right now is share my screen, go over the rules really quickly so you understand what I'm looking for and how to score as high as possible. And I will say this multiple times here family tonight, 50% of your score here tonight will be how well you follow and apply directions. So rule number one, anyone in this room right now is under the age of 21 must have a parent present and visible with you at all times during the audition. So yes, that means moms and dads. I need to see next to your child in your camera. So pretend you guys like each other that much.
Oh, mommy.
Where when you're next to hit,
Mommy, is the
moms and dads,
the JRPL frame, mommy?
next to your child. Because parents, if we do not see you,
Mine's
unfortunately,
JRP.
I'm going to remove your child, and I do not want to do that to any of my family out here tonight. And it also means for my 18-year-old, my 19-year-old, and my 20-year-old, it is requirement to have a parent. I see some of you guys right now with no parents on your screen. So I will give you guys 2 minutes to grab your parents here, and if we do not see your parents in the next minute, we will start removing you there.
So, I don't have a parent.
And I do also mean your actual parent. So I do mean your mother or father or your actual legal guardian. So it does not mean a brother and sister or an aunt and uncle. It does have to be your parent here today. So if you do not have your parent right now, you need to go grab them here or we're going to start removing people. Also here tonight, families, we do have a age limit that we're seeing. We are seeing ages tonight between 5 is the youngest that we go to, and the oldest that we see here today is age 40. So we're seeing ages tonight between 5 and the oldest that we go to is age 40. So anyone above the age of 40 here tonight, unfortunately, I do not have a typecast open for you. So you can just log off at this point, but if we do have an older typecast, we'll keep you on file. But right now, we've seen ages between 5 and the oldest that we go to is age 40. All right, so rule number 2. If you have not done so already like I asked, I need to have your first and your last name and your age meet and your Zoom display name so I know who you are tonight audition. So you see my example there. It says Ken Jones, age 15, and he looks something just like that there. And if you do not know how to change the name, go to the top right corner of your screen, hit the three dots button, and hit rename yourself. I need to have your first and your last name and your age. Number 3, your camera must be turned on at all times. So that means if your camera is turned off right now, it needs to be turned on. You are an acting and modeling audition. So if you do not want to be seen, this might not be the best thing for you
Tammy's
to do
asking
because
for my age.
I know who you are and what you look like. And not only does your camera have to be turned on, you must be fully frame in front of your camera. So it also means if you're in a dark area or dark spot, please make sure your lighting turned off as well. Your camera needs to be turned on for the entirety of this audition. Rule number 4, you should not be doing this audition here tonight and be in the car at the same time.
Mommy, how close to add my
I need to say
age?
this here tonight. If you're in the car here and doing this audition, I don't know why you'd be doing that. I just don't think there's a proper way to see someone do the audition in a car. It's also not very safe to be doing this in your car and driving at the same time. It's also not very professional. So if in a car here tonight, you must be stopped and out of your car to perform here tonight. Rule number 5, we see a maximum 2 kids per family, and families can be on one device. So if there are 2 kids, please make sure both names are in the same one. Rule 6 and 7, please be in a quiet space and have the volume turned up. And also, if you grab a pen and paper, take notes, that'd be a great help as well. As I mentioned tonight, I will exchange all of the information about who we are, what we do, and how the process works. So to understand how the whole process works, then please be in a quiet space and have a pen and paper, take notes as well. And rule number 8, no emojis throughout the audition process. If we ask you to do something, just physically raise your hand, but no emojis here through the your auditions. So those are the rules we expect you guys to follow. Also, families, I do have a team here taking notes with you guys as well. And some of you might be getting a chat message from one of them. So if you do receive a message, please respond back. We're only trying to help you guys tonight, because if they send you a message and they get a response back, they're thinking you're ignoring them, and they do feel ignored, they're going to remove you. So please do be aware of
Oh,
that.
that guy is
And
so
with
cute,
that
Ellie.
being said, what I like to do right now
Ellie,
is
look.
introduce my team,
He's a
so that you
15-year-old.
who they are,
He's
and
so
what they
cute.
look like. So first, I'd like to welcome one of my talent directors. Her name is Miss Tammy. Tammy, we should say hello to families real quick.
Hi, you guys. Welcome to tonight's audition. My name is Tammy, as Mr. Vince said. I'm one of the talent directors that you may be meeting with here this evening, but whether you're meeting with myself or someone else on the team, I wish you guys a ton of luck. Break a leg tonight.
Thank you, Miss Tammy. Next, I have Miss Christine.
Thank you, Mr. Vince. Hi, everyone. I'm Christina. I'm one of the talent directors here at JRP. I started working in this industry back in Europe when I was only 15 by going to my very first audition. So I totally understand how an audition can feel. However, today I can promise you in the name of everybody, we are not going to look for perfection, but we are going to look for potential, for your smile, for your effort, for your commitment, and how serious you are about pursuing this, right? I really wish you all good luck. I will see some of you in my break room, so I really hope you break a leg. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Miss Christine. Next, I have Mr. Bailey.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bailey. I'm really excited to see so many enthusiastic faces here today. My main job is to take attendance and make sure that everyone is named correct. So I've been sending messages to some people, who just like maybe have their last name missing or their age missing, just trying to help them out. And a lot of you have been great about getting back to me so that I can help fix it. But not everyone has yet. So what I would like everyone to do right now, even if you don't think I've messaged you, please check your messages anyway, just to be safe. And if you see that you do have a message from Bailey, please reply back to me so that I can help you. Don't try messaging Mr. Vince or Miss Christina or Miss Tammy, because they're going to be busy doing their own things. If I'm the one who's messaged you, please reply back to me. All right? Good luck today, and I cannot wait to see what everyone brings to the table.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bailey. So guys, it's super important that you guys follow those directions here, because he's trying to help you here. And if you cannot respond back, like this, he's going to start removing people here for not responding back without following those directions. So it's super, super important. Now, next, I'd like to introduce someone special. She is normally not here with us during these auditions, but since this is one of our last ones we're holding for you guys showcase, she wanted to be part of this one as well. So next, what I'd like to do is introduce the National Director and CEO of JRP Fame, and her name is Miss Colleen Collins. How about someone give a big wave and say hello, Miss Collins?
Hi, families. Can everybody hear me? Excellent. Well, welcome to our showcase audition. As Vince said, my name is Colleen Collins. I'm super excited to be here tonight. I know the team has been looking at and auditioning new faces for about the last 3 weeks, and I wanted to come in tonight because I know you are one of the final groups, so you got lucky that you made it in under the wire, and you're going to be able to go through this audition for us tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some pointers that you can use at this audition and any future audition virtually in the future, so that you know exactly how to set yourself up properly and you look as best as possible on camera so that they can actually see you and see if you fit the typecast. I am looking at a variety of different people on screen, and I've been sending a couple chat messages as well. There are a few of you who still do not have your parent on camera with you. Moms and dads, first of all, thank you so much for being here. I know it's difficult, especially on a weeknight. You probably just got home from work. You're trying to put together dinner for everybody else, and we're asking you to be on camera. I promise it doesn't matter what you look like tonight, but we do need to see you. It cannot just be a shoulder off to the side. It has to actually be you. We have to be able to tell this is an adult and this is a parent. Please also know that if you are way back over here in the corner, we can't see you. We can't see you, and our job is to flash through all of these screens very quickly and be critiquing people and taking notes. And if we cannot see you immediately, unfortunately, it is the job of the directors to remove a minor without a parent here, as well as 18, 19, and 20-year-olds without parents here. So let me address that, because I know a lot of times people are like, why do I need my parent here? I'm 19, I'm 20. I'll be very honest why you need your parent here. If you are new to this industry, the odds are that means your parent is new to this industry as well. And I'm a mom too. I have 2 girls. My youngest is 23 years old. And if she ever came home and she presented me with a contract and said, Mom, they offered me a contract, I'm going to sign it, the first thing I would say is, let me take a look at that contract, even though she's 23 years old. Moms and dads who are in the room, how many of you would demand to see that contract? If you're not one of those moms or dads, it's shocking to me, because of course you want to see what your child is getting involved with, especially if they're 18, 19, or 20, and they can sign for themselves, and then it's a legally binding contract. So that is why you're here, mom and dad, because if you're new to this industry, or your child is new, odds are you're new as well. So if this works out for your child, if we're interested in working with your child and giving them this opportunity, we want to hold your hand every step of the way and educate you as much as possible, so you know how to help your child make the best and the most out of the opportunities that we might be able to bring them. So we want to get to know you. We want you to get to know us right from the get-go, so you know who your child is dealing with, who you're dealing with, who we are, what we stand for, how we communicate, and everything there is to know about us, and how we do our job, and how we will work on behalf of you and your child. So once again, moms and dads who are here, thank you so much for being here. Anybody who is required to have their parent here, I want you to take a look at your mom or dad right now and give them a big hug and say thank you. Because I know, once again, it takes a lot for them to be able to make the time, and they are making the time for you tonight. So remember to thank them for that. Anybody who is 21 or over who doesn't need to have a parent next to them, I know when I get to sit in and I listen to some of your stories, you say to us, you've been interested in this your whole life, or for years and years and years, and you've never been given the opportunity, or your parents might not have been supportive, or you always had to put other people in front of yourself and in front of your own wants and needs. So you all deserve a big hug too. So just know I'm sending out hugs to you, giving you a big pat on the back for making this happen for yourself. I truly believe there are 2 types of people in this world: people who make things happen and people who make excuses. Tonight is the night to make things happen for yourself. If this is something that you're serious about, if this is something that you truly want to pursue, this is a very real opportunity where we're looking to fill typecasts. We are going to take somebody, no matter what stage you're at, no matter if you're a professional or a beginner, we're going to get you work ready in order to earn professional pay rates. And then we are going to connect you with, introduce you to, and network you with agents, managers, and casting directors who are looking to sign new talent for their upcoming projects, to add to their rosters, and people that we're connected with in the industry. I want to make sure everybody's in the right room right now. So this audition tonight is to start acting or modeling, or both. This is not an audition for a specific part, a specific role, a specific job. It's not an audition for the commercial product that we sent to you that is going to be your audition piece for us tonight. You are auditioning for John Robert Powers. We are the largest and oldest entertainment company in the world. We've been around since 1923, discovering and launching careers of legends in the entertainment industry. So I want to make sure that everybody understands we are not an agency. We have amazing connections with Hollywood star makers and agents, managers, and casting directors throughout the country and internationally. And we do market and promote our clients to these people through showcase opportunities. But we are not an agency. We are a performing arts academy, and we're looking tonight at both professionals all the way through beginners. So let me ask you this. How many of you in this room have, maybe you've never done an audition like this before, or it's one of the first auditions you've ever done, you're new to this industry? How many newbies do I have in the room? Oh my goodness, a lot of you. Okay, let me ask it a different way then. How many people in here tonight have had professional experience? You're earning professional pay rates already. You understand what it takes to audition. Maybe you have representation already and you're trying to be represented by more than one agency, or you're trying to break into a different market. How many professionals do I have in the room right now? Anybody? Raise your hand, raise them up really high so I make sure. Jaquise Pantoya, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name the right way, but okay. And I want to make sure you are a professional. You actually have your marketing materials. You have an audition piece for us tonight. Jaquise, are you listening to me? You're writing something, you're not listening. So do you have professional marketing materials? Do not take yourself off mute. I want to get a thumbs up or not down. You have marketing materials. You are already represented by an agent? Okay, great. Everybody on the team, you saw that? Jaquise, we're going to have you not only do the commercial that we sent to you, you will also be doing your audition piece for us. Anybody else? Do I have anybody else in the room? Okay, so almost everybody except for one person's a beginner. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start giving you some pointers. And these are pointers, once again, that you could take into any future auditions, not just with us here at JRP. Know that, though, the world changed and our entertainment industry changed in 2020, along with the world because of COVID. Okay, everything started going virtually. And for our industry, this was a tremendous asset, because it used to be, if you lived in a major city, New York, LA, Chicago, Miami, or within about a 2-hour radius of that city, that's where you had to live in order to pursue this industry. 97% of professional jobs nowadays start with virtual auditions. Start with you in your living room, in your kitchen, in your bedroom, in a quiet space in your house. And you must know how to set yourself up properly. You must know how to look professional, have a professional background, have professional lighting, and that's why I'm going to go through these pointers with you. It used to be a typical audition would look something like this. Let's say I lived 2 hours out of Chicago. My agent would call, I would drive into Chicago, it'd take me 2.5 hours, I'd pay for parking, I'd get up to the audition room, I would wait possibly about an hour for my turn to get into the room and meet those directors. I would do my piece, which is about 45 seconds in length, and then I would take my 2-hour drive home. And then once I got home later that night, my agent calls, and great news, I made a callback, and now I get to do it all over again the next day. 2.5 hours in, wait my turn, 2.5 hours back home, and that's how auditioning took place. Nowadays, though, and since 2020, our world, our entertainment industry has changed to this virtual, to where you can live anywhere and you can audition from the comfort of your own home, as long as you understand how to audition virtually and you understand how to set yourself up professionally. That being said, one of the biggest downfalls people have is, because you're in the comfort of your own home, sometimes you forget you're at a professional audition. So sometimes what that means is you'll walk in and you're in your sweatshirt with your hoodie up and you're not thinking, because you're comfortable in your own home. Or you have a baseball cap on, or you start eating dinner because you're hungry and you don't think about it, but you're actually at a professional audition. So always remember, if you are auditioning, it doesn't matter if it's virtual or face-to-face, you must be professional at all times and conduct yourself that way. That is pointer number one, which is so very, very important, and many, many people forget about. But let's go into now camera frame. So camera frame is exactly what it sounds like. It's how you frame yourself in the camera. Always make sure you are in the center of your camera frame and that your facial features can be seen clearly. So you don't want to be way back here because yes, I'm still in the center of my camera frame, but you can't see my facial features very clearly. You want to be right up close, right tight into the camera so that we can see your facial features and whoever you're auditioning for can see what you look like and if you fit the typecast they're trying to fill. Those of you with parents who are required to be on the camera right now, please just kind of like mom here or dad here and then you're here, okay? So right off to the side like this so that you're still in the center of the camera frame and we see that you're making adjustments and you're actually following the directions I'm giving you. Once again, that's a big part of the audition tonight. Are they listening and applying? Vince already alluded to this a little bit. Our whole industry is made up of a director giving you direction, and then you have to listen and apply. A photographer is asking you to pose a certain way or hold a product a certain way, and you have to listen and apply in real time. And if you cannot do that, it doesn't matter how cute you are, it doesn't matter how well you've memorized your lines, you are going to have a very tough road in this industry. And that is why 50% of the score tonight is following those rules as well as the directions, verbal directions that we're giving you and seeing if you're attempting to apply those. We can always teach you how to do it better if you need that help, but we are looking for those of you who are trying your hardest. I know Christina already said we are not looking for perfection tonight, we're looking for potential. So we know that you're gonna make mistakes, especially if you're beginners. Maybe not my one professional in the room, he's gonna be perfect tonight for us. However, everybody else, we know you're just winging it, you're trying your hardest. So we're gonna give you those cues and we're gonna give you those pointers to try and help you as much as possible. That being said, though, about virtual platforms and how everything is done virtually nowadays, just know that everything that we do here at John Robert Powers is 100% virtual. This is what the agents ask for and this is what they want, so this is how we do what we do. If any of you were looking for something like this to be face-to-face in person, it will not be done that way with John Robert Powers. Everything is done out of the comfort of your own home. You will not be traveling anywhere. You will not be meeting us anywhere. It is done out of the comfort of your own home, wherever you pick that quiet spot in your house, and it is done virtually, okay? Pointer number 2, we already discussed camera frame. Now let's talk about camera angle. Your camera angle should be straight onto your eyes or your nose. It should be straight across from you. It should not be that maybe your camera is on a counter below you and you're sitting like this and it's an upshot, or you can see the ceiling above your head. If you look at yourself in your camera frame and you can see the ceiling above your head, your camera angle is incorrect. That means your camera is too low and you must raise your camera up. Camera must be straight at your eyes or your nose. From the side, it is like this, straight across from me, okay? So it's right there at the same height as my eyes or my nose. So several of you, I can tell your camera is much lower than your eyes. So you're going to need to raise your camera up when you're in professional auditions. You do not want it pointing at your chest or your sternum. You need to have it pointing at your eyes or the bridge of your nose. That is the best angle you can audition for, and that is your best camera angle. The final piece and pointer I'm going to give to you tonight is lighting. So if you are serious about pursuing the industry at a professional level, eventually what you're going to want to do is purchase a ring light. It's a tiny little circle of light. I know you TikTokers who are out there, you know what I'm talking about. So it's a tiny little ring of light and it shines like directly onto your face from in front of you. You never want the light to be coming from behind you, be it an open window, a table lamp, anything like that. You never want it to come from behind you because it's going to cast shadows on your face and they will not be able to see you clearly. You always want to be facing, your eyes facing the light. So if you don't already have a ring light and you're serious about pursuing this industry, you will want to invest in a ring light. It is a minimal investment. You can usually find them on Amazon or Walmart for like $5, $3. You do not have to pay $250 for a ring light. If you want to, I'm sure you can find one that costs that much. I'm just telling you, it's not necessary to make a major investment. But you are going to need one if you're serious about pursuing the industry, because it does make a difference when you're doing virtual auditions for your skin tone, as well as how awake you look so that you don't have dark circles under your eyes, and your complexion. It just helps quite a bit to make you look better. Okay, so those are my 3 pointers for tonight, and how you can score as high as possible for tonight or use in any future audition. Let me ask you this. How many of you had heard the name John Robert Powers before tonight, or before you saw the ad or the announcement for the audition? Okay, a handful of you. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we've been around since 1923. For well over 100 years, launching careers in the entertainment industry. Some of our legacies include Lucille Ball, Raquel Welch, James Dean, Diana Ross. Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis came to us for poise and confidence with public speaking skills. Princess Grace, Audrey Hepburn, the list goes on and on and on and on. And I'm looking at the parents and the adults in the room, and I'm getting the nod. Okay, these are lofty names. The parents are like, oh, wow, that's awesome. And then I look at your child's face, and they have this blank look on their face. They have no clue of what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn this back over to Vince, who is going to show you some of our more recent success stories. And these are people who we launched their careers here at John Robert Powers. You might not know how they got their start in the industry. I will let you know every single one of these people and tons more. We have launched the careers of these people in the industry. They're going to be people that you know and love from your favorite TV shows. You will recognize them. And the one thing I want you to keep in mind as you are looking at your favorite actors from your favorite TV shows is the audition that they went through in order to launch their career and get their start with us here and get their start in the entertainment industry is the same audition you are going through tonight. So get excited, try your best. If this is something that you really want to do, this is the first step. Make it happen for yourself. I'm going to say break a leg, and I'm turning it back over to Vince.
Okay, thank you, Miss Colleen. So let me share my screen and show them our recent success stories. Okay, so first off, I have this young man. His name is Chase Dillon. I found Chase a couple years ago back in Hartford, Connecticut. And right now, Chase is the first guy part on the BET network. If anyone has the Amazon Prime, knows a TV series called The Underground Railroad. He actually plays Homer in that TV series. And also then just last year, his Disney film come out and right now on Disney Plus. So it's called Haunted Mansion. Anyone check out the Haunted Mansion from here at all? Because he actually plays Travis Wilson. So he's doing a lot of great work here. So very proud Chase. All right. So next I have here Mr. Noah Centineo. Anyone recognize him here at all? Or anyone here watching The Fosters? He's a Zeus in The Fosters, or How to Build a Better Boy, to all the Boy Dropped Before movies, all the Perfect Day on Netflix as well. And then also earlier this year on Netflix, he had a series called The Recruit, Season 2 come out. He actually plays Owen Hendricks in that film. And fun fact, we also have another JRP grad, his name is Nickel Pantene. He plays the younger version of Noah's character, Owen Hendricks. So we have 2 JRP grads playing one character on one show. So very proud of each of them. All right, so next I have here Miss Brenda Song. Anyone watching this Be Live for Jack or She Loves Zach and Cody might recognize her as London Tipton. She's been on other things, for example, Pure Genius, Station 19, and earlier this year as well on Netflix, she had a series called Running Ponies Well. So very proud of Brenda. And then next I have here Mr. Karan Bar. Okay, I see some of your faces and reactions right now. Who's watching Jesse? Who's watching Bunt? And I love when I see the parents' hands goes up. You guys are watching with them, which I think is fantastic. But obviously he plays the role of Robbie, both on those shows. He's also in Diary of a Kid, and he was also in the film Pacific Republic as well. So very proud of Karan. And next I have here Miss Olivia Holt. So you may see her in Do It, Kicking It, or in Marvel fans here in this one. She's in a show called Cloak and Dagger, and she also has a TV series come out called Cruel Summer as well. And then my last one here, I have Miss Dakota Johnson. You may see her on Man and Web, Materialist here. My older one's nice and stuff like this. Other films. But not only here is it exciting, Dakota is our client. What's even more exciting is her grandmother and her mother also are clients as well. It's actually going from generation to generation. I don't know from her grandma, but her grandma's on the Hitchcock movie The Birds. Her grandmother's T.P. Hedrick. Her mother is also a Mullen actress. Her mother's Maudie Griffith, and her father's Don Johnson. And I'm sure some parents remember him from Miami Vice. And she is the third generation of wonderful actors. And her parents had a lot of connections in the industry, but they knew by taking to us, we would get her career started, and that's exactly what we did. Pretty exciting, guys. Recognize some of those faces? I thought so. So as I mentioned earlier, keep in mind those faces that I just showed you, they went to the same audition as you began. Okay? So what's going to happen now is I'm going to explain how the whole process works going forward tonight, and what happens going forward then if you're qualified, and after I explain the process, then you'll be doing the one audition either for myself or the rest of my team. So let me explain out how we work. So we do have a 3-step process here tonight. Qualifications, rehearsals, exposure. So you tonight are part of the qualification process. So we usually, if you're ready for a set opportunity, and really if we want to work with you. Now, when I look at the average age of the young kids in this room, kids, tell me, what is your full-time job at this moment? Oh, you don't even sound when you say that word very well. And yes, school is your full-time job. And the reason I'm asking that question is because one of the things we have to know about you is how are you doing in school? What are your grades? Because your grades will tell me the hardworking person you are and how you understand permits. Because if and when the time comes, I'm going to get you workers permits. And if you're not doing well in school, guess what? You will not be able to work in this industry. And it does not matter how talented you are. And the way that I see it, if you're not doing well in school, you should not be adding any additional academic time. Because I believe school comes first. Parents, we agree on that. Wonderful. Now, for my older ones in this room, where do you know? Where do you go? Any ambitions? Are you pursuing any higher education? Or maybe just working like, 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 jobs. Or maybe you're just living in your parents' basement, waiting for the phone call or a text where the next party is. And I still laughing, you probably know people like that. And honestly though, I do believe there's 2 types of people in this world. One that makes excuses and one that makes them happy. Because when we successful in this industry, have longevity in this industry, you will need other drive,
Are they gonna give me
determination,
they give me a
and the
script.
path becomes successful.
They think they're
And
gonna
I emphasize
make me
because
talk
this
or
is all about how you deal with rejection.
yeah.
And it does not
What's a
matter how
script?
talented you are, rejections comes with this business. And that's why tonight I'm looking for people that have a drive, that determination, and that passion becomes successful because we've been hearing a lot more no's than yeses in this industry. But all it does take in turn that one yes makes all the difference in the world. So look at the people with the specialist was here tonight. Now next, I want to go over now step number 2, which is the rehearsal process. So this is where the training and development will be taking place. So whoever's qualified will be working with my showcase director, who's a professional actor, model, singer, on the skills required by the agents to be work ready. So there's going to be a series of anywhere between 5 and to about up to 15 virtual rehearsals. And then you qualify for will be a series of anywhere between 5 to 15 virtual rehearsals taking place once a week on the weekends. So nothing does interfere with school. Everything we do will be once a week on the weekends going forward. And like I was saying, step number 2 is making sure you have the skills to work in the industry. So step number 2 is the training rehearsal process. Now the last step, which is step number 3, which is the most exciting and most important step of all. And that's called the exposure step. And that's the exposure that we give our clients to the things called a showcase. Now I have my family at the third term showcase here. Okay, so this is our big day. So this is where we'll have different agents, different managers, different casting directors in. So who will be at this showcase? So again, depending on what you qualify for, there will be anywhere between 1 up into 4 industry professionals bid. 3 of them will be national agents. So these national agents will be from the major markets of acting and modeling. And when you think of the major markets, they could be anywhere from New York City, Chicago, to Atlanta, to Miami, to Los Angeles. I will also have another person, industry network, and she has a network pool of 50 to 75 agents she works with internationally. And what these agents are looking to do at our showcase then is not only see the talents that we have perform that day, but what they actually want to do is sign my talents, represent my talents, and then they're the ones that are my talents, jobs, and opportunities in the industry afterwards. So if you saw those faces earlier on your screen that I showed you, that is how they got started. They went to the rehearsals to learn what they need to know, went to showcase and got signed, and started working in the industry afterwards. So we're pretty much bringing Hollywood to you, no matter where you live here in the US or even in Canada as well. And also with my parents, especially with my younger ones in this room here tonight, my moms and dads are also with the child every step of the way moving forward as well, if they're qualified past tonight. And that's how we're moving forward. Okay? Now for tonight's audition, it's all about you guys. So what's going to happen now in a short few moments? Put you guys in the break room to do your auditions. So like I said, some will be me with myself, and the others will be me with the rest of my team. And like I said, once you go into our break rooms, then you perform your commercial script for us. Now guys, before you perform your commercial script for us here tonight, what I'm going to ask everyone to do here tonight before performing is a thing called a slate quiz. Now for the ones that do not know what this term means, in basic terms, a slate is an introduction to the camera or to the casting director. So this is what a person would do before any audition going forward. So like an introduction of who you are and why you're here tonight. So I'm going to ask you to say a couple things for us before you are performing. So I'm going to tell you exactly what to say. Now, if you all remember earlier, I asked everyone to grab a pen and paper to take notes. This is a great time to make sure you have pen and paper to take notes. I'm going to tell you exactly what to say to myself and my team before performing. And I don't want anyone to tell me, or my team here, once we ask you to perform for us, I don't know what to say to you as your slate because you weren't paying attention to me or writing this information down. It's pretty simple, but you should write this down so you do not forget and you know exactly what to say to myself and my team. Okay? So please write this stuff down going forward right now. So the first thing you're going to say to myself and my team here before performing, number 1, you're going to tell us your first and your last name and your age so I know who you are tonight auditioning. So like I said, number 1, you will say your first and your last name and your age first. Number 2, what I'd like to know here tonight is what is your interest here with this audition here tonight? Okay, so I'm looking for 4 different things here tonight. I'm looking for actors, I'm looking for models, I'm looking for singers, and I'm looking for influencers. So let me explain the differences here real quick. With acting, anyone here tonight can audition for acting. Actors from all different ages, shapes, sizes, so anyone can apply and audition for acting here tonight. Now with modeling, there are about 17 different types of modeling in this industry. We focus mainly on the top 2 of them. And one is high fashion modeling. So for example, walking on the runway, and with those come strict physical requirements. But the main one I'm focused on here tonight is your height requirement. So if you're a female, full grown, you need to be right around 5'9". If you're a full grown male, you need to be right around 5'11". If you're not around those heights at all, I blame your parents. I'm just joking. But if you do not have those height requirements here tonight, guys, unfortunately, we will not be able to look for you for high fashion model. So the only thing that we could take a look at for you then is commercial print model. And commercial print means photo advertisement or taking pictures like magazines, catalogs, billboards. So that's what we could help you with if you have an interest in modeling. If you don't
separate room, guess I'm gonna do
okay?
delete.
Now for singers here
Delete,
tonight,
go away.
if you're here tonight because you only want to sing, unfortunately, this is not the place for you. Don't focus only on singers. I don't have agents that only look at singers here tonight. So the only thing that we focus on here tonight is acting and singing those together. So performance-based singing. So think of when you watch like musicals, Broadway, opera. They act and sing together. So that is what I'm looking for here tonight, actors that can sing. And the last thing, like I said, we're looking for influencers that want to be any influencers. You just let us know at that point as well. Okay, so number 2, like I was saying, I want to know what is your interest out of the acting, modeling, acting and singing here tonight, and is an influencer. It could be one of them, it could be 2 of them, it could be 3 of them, it could be all of them. I just want to know what is your interest, and I would also like to know how long you've had that interest for as well. Okay? Now, number 3, what I'd like to know here tonight is, this is going to be more for my younger ones here, but what are your grades in school right now? So I want to know what your grades are, because we need to make sure you have good grades here, because especially if you ever work in this industry, you have to get a worker's permit, and if you don't have those good grades, I will not be able to help you. So I want to make sure you have good grades. Now, for my young adults here then, who are done with high school, then what I would like to know about you guys then is, what are you doing with your life right now? Are you in college? Are you working? And I also like to know if you're working as well. Are you working full-time, part-time, and is your schedule flexible? Can you get days off in advance if needed to let me know your school or working schedule? And the last thing that I would like to know here tonight then, if this applies to you as well then, is who is on camera next to you? Who did you bring here
It's been
today?
enough time.
Did you bring your mom? Did you bring
I
your dad?
can't answer
Did you
no.
bring
I
both
can't
parents?
answer no.
Because if this
Can't.
works out for you, I would like to know who I am working with as a team here tonight. So do not forget to introduce your parents on screen. Okay? So that is what everyone will tell us here tonight for performance. So hopefully everyone wrote that information down, because like I said, that's going to be 50% of your score here today is following those directions I just gave you. So then after you tell me those couple of things, then you'll tell me what commercial you will be performing. Okay? So I know some of you guys got like the Disney World commercial. Some of you guys got the Kit Kat. Some of you guys got the Simple Mobile commercial. So you'll tell us what commercial you will be performing, and you perform your commercial script. Now, guys, when you perform your commercial for us, do more than just read it out loud. Okay, read out your script. So when you perform your commercial script, bring it to life. Show me your energy. Show me your excitement. Show me your smile.
Simple.
Pretend you're doing this commercial for real in front of us here tonight. So it's not your time to be shy. But if you mess up, that's okay as well. Just laugh it off and try again. Because I don't want anyone tonight cry in front of my screen. I don't want any drama at all here this evening. Since most of you guys are tonight are beginners here, you cannot be perfect. So like again, we're not looking for perfection tonight. We're looking for potential. And I'll say it one more time, it is a very big difference. We're not looking for perfection. We are looking for potential and what we can do with that going
Chicken
forward.
rice.
So all I ask you, show me your
Oh, check.
Oh shoot.
personality. That's what I'm looking for here tonight. Okay? Now, after you guys can do your commercial beat, you will then be able to
Is that gonna benefit me,
enjoy
Ellie?
the rest of the evening. So, how will you know if you make the callback or not then? So for myself, Miss Colleen here and the rest of the team here, talk behind your guys' backs. That's the fun part of our job. We
Mommy.
get to talk behind your guys' backs when you guys are logged off and go.
Mommy.
But on a more serious note, after we review your results.
Mommy.
Myself, my team here will be giving you guys a phone call tomorrow morning with those results. And we'll be calling them tomorrow morning between the hours of 8 a.m.
Oh
to
shoot.
12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, we'll be calling tomorrow morning between the hours of 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time with those results. And I do say Central Time because we are based in Chicago. It is Central Time, and a lot of you guys are in different time zones. But for mine and my team's time, we'll be calling somewhere between 8 and 12 Central Time with those results. And it also means here, if you're under the age of 18, moms and dads would like to speak to you with those results tomorrow morning. So families, please also have your phone in ringer up next to you tomorrow morning as well, because we're only calling one time. As you see here tonight, and we don't have time to call you multiple times. So if you do miss the phone call, you do miss the results of the auditions. But with the results, we'll be calling either way, either yes or no. So how can this phone call go? And go, hi, how are you? How do you or your child enjoy the audition? I'm so sorry, not this time, but try again in the future. Or, congratulations, you or your child made my callback list. I am interested in seeing again tomorrow for the final decision in the registration process. Now, if you or your child have this type of phone call, I will need you guys to meet with us back here tomorrow through Zoom again, but very differently for the one element for the registration process. Now, if the families can make the call back list for tomorrow, we'll have an individually appointment time for you.
Bro!
So it will not be in a big group like mine, it'll be individually set. And obviously I know tomorrow's Tuesday, so I know my kids are in school, my parents are working. So we can work on your schedule, whether it's working in the afternoon hours or more in the evening hours. But we need to make sure we have everything finalized by tomorrow, because for some of you that are qualified, will be able to start as soon as Wednesday night with orientation. And like I said, we'll go over all that information and those steps going forward if you're on the callback list tomorrow morning. So then families, then what we will need then here, and once we ask for this information, is the best way to contact you. So then what we'll need is have the best email and phone number to reach you guys with those results. We will ask for that information then. Once you go into our break room and whoever you meet as your talent record, you'll give your information over to them at that point. Now, families, before we give you guys a call then tomorrow morning with the results, I do have 2 homework assignments for all my families to do here tonight. Kids, did you hear us at your moms and dads? Just to bring it up there. You're all coming. So families, homework number 1. What's going to happen once you log off of this audition? The email address you gave to us, we will send an email over to you, brand new email. Families, before tomorrow morning, you need to open that email up. Once you open that email up, there will be a link in that email. Families, I need you to click on that link. Once you click that link, it'll take you to a web page or a booklet of information. So families, before tomorrow morning, I need you guys to get all the information that's in that new booklet from cover to cover. So real quick, let me go over what's in the new booklet. On the first couple of pages, we'll give you a lot more information about us, who we are, what we do, sort of what I've explained so far this evening. Also, there'll be a page with the BB Beautiful, or the Better Business Girls Report. And with an A+ rating with them, and we're very proud of it, because what that means is what we say we're going to do is what we mean we're going to do. So please do that from top to bottom. And then the last couple pages then, we'll give you a lot more information about our showcase levels and categories, the programs that we offer, and the fees that are associated with our services. Because if this works out for you and your child, there will be investment to do our different programs. So, I have a real quick question for my families here tonight. Who's ever heard this saying before? You should never have to pay an agency. Has anyone ever heard that saying before? You're exactly right. You should never have to pay an agency. An agency takes a percentage of the jobs that you book going forward. However, to ever earn professional representation, you be a professional to earn professional jobs. Now, if I remember correctly, I think there's only one person I know that they had any professional experience. You guys are all beginners. So you have to get that experience here first before you can ever work in the industry. And does it remember earlier what Ms. Collins said, what we are and what we are not? So, but again, we're not an agency. One more time, we're not an agency. We are Performing Arts Academy. We are a school. So here at John Lovett College, we get skills which are required by the agency to be work ready. So we train and develop you, which is the step number 2, which is the rehearsal process. And then we market you by different agents, managers, and casting directors for our showcase, which is step number 3, to hopefully earn professional representation in the world. And just like you do anything else, especially with my kids, my parents, with things like sports, travel, basketball, soccer, dance, gymnastics, martial arts. There's an investment to do this different kinds of things. It is no different with African modeling. Because if you don't have the skills, you're never going to be able to work in the industry. And I want to make sure you guys get all the information in the booklet, because if this works out for you, or if this works out for your child, when we give you a call tomorrow morning with the results, we will be having a discussion about what this means for you or your family moving forward. So as I mentioned, homework number 1 is making sure something more than that it's nice and doing all these things for the property. Homework number 2 is actually for more of my moms and dads. So moms and dads, once you log off of this audition with this, I would like you to have a heart-to-heart conversation. Ask them, how did they enjoy this audition? Did they have fun? And also, is this something that they really, really want to do? Now, I can talk them out of this. That's fine by me. It saves your time and mine and my team's time is up. Time is money. And I just want to make sure I am working with the right people here tonight to have a drive, their determination, and that cash becomes successful. Because parents, after having this conversation with your child, and this is something that I'm serious about, I promise I can hurt my feelings. I promise you not that I cry. Okay? I just want to make sure I'm working.
They're coming in.
Because this is something that they really want to do. I could help them right into this line and my team's job. So parents never really have this conversation with how you love them. And obviously the parents might by yourself as well.
Ellie, what was I run for?
So, a real quick question. Are all my assignments done? I'm going to do my 2 homework assignments before tomorrow night. So the one who read it. Okay. I only read half the reading.
You go eat on chips, you're gonna get punished.
Okay. So one more time. And all my assignments are done. And all able to do my 2 homework assignments before tomorrow night. Okay, so family, what can happen now? Put you guys in the break room to do the logic. So as I mentioned,
Oh, no, I'm leaving.